Oh, my coffee. Hi, I'm Mark, and this is my 7th coffee of the day. No, it's not my 7th coffee. It is definitely, I think, my 4th cup of coffee today so far. I want to talk about anchors. Brooklyn, our social media manager, told me I need to talk about anchors more for our social media, but I thought, why not discuss what anchors are to me and see if there's some sort of value I can give to someone watching this, right? Especially my kids later on in life, when they're watching this, I want you to understand what anchors are. Now, anchors on a boat keep you still in waters, right? So when you're docking, you put an anchor down so that you don't drift away. And there's certain anchors in life that you need to be aware of, that you invest time in. And by investing time in these anchors, that keep you still, right, you'll be able to face challenges much easier. Do you see what I said there? You're not going to overcome them by just having anchors. You're going to be able to overcome them easier because challenges are difficult. I have 3 major anchors in my life. That is my family, that is my faith, and that is fitness. Now, in those 3 major anchors, there's some subcategories, of course there are, but those are the 3 major anchors that I have and that I focus on. What does that mean? Well, my faith. My faith is one of my, if not the most important anchor I have. My relationship with God, me spending time with the Holy Spirit, me spending time in worship and prayer and reading the Bible or reading the Word. Really important, right? Those 5 things are subcategories of that anchor of my faith. And there's probably a few others. My family. I need to spend time with my family. On the weekends, my focus is my family. You will not be able to get a hold of me most times on the weekends. Whether you're a client or you're a family member that's not an immediate family member, or you're a good mate of mine, because at this stage of my life, my boys and my wife and my immediate family are my focus. They are the people that I need to spend time with because they revitalize me by spending time with them. The things I struggle with is when I come to a Monday and I haven't spent much time with my family on the weekend. I really struggle because I miss my boys, I miss my wife, I miss spending time with them. Quality time with them is really important for me. It's an anchor for me, right? And then the other one is training, fitness. I need to train almost daily. It's very rare that you won't see me train daily. I am not the fittest person there is. I don't have, the most amazing physique, right? But that training anchors me. Because there's something about sweating and hardship that anchors me to keep me away from all these distractions of life. You have to find your anchors in life. I truly don't know how people go about their day, face the challenges that life gives them without having these anchors. I can't imagine not being able to rely on God, my anchor of faith, when I'm facing troublesome times and hardship, right? I'm able to go to God in prayer at any time of the day. Whenever I'm lost, whenever I'm in pain, whenever I'm angry, whenever I'm needing counsel, I'm able to talk to God and the Holy Spirit immediately. That is an amazing anchor for me. I don't have to wait to see a counselor. I don't have to pick up the phone, and I do obviously call my mates for this, but God's my first go-to. I go to Him first. I go to the Word first because there's an anchor in there. And man, God reveals things immediately. If I need to feel good about myself and I need to fill my spirit and my love, I spend time with my family. Man, spending time with my boys, sheesh Louise, it fills me up, right? And I know not everyone has kids, I understand not everyone has partners, but at the same time, when I spend time with my immediate family, my mother, my father, my brothers, my sisters, right, my nephews, my sister-in-law, my brother-in-law, my cousins, I miss them so much, right? When I spend time with them, I feel full. And that fullness carries on because that fullness results in love, right? So if you're needing more from life or you're feeling like you're low on energy, go spend some time with your family. You've got to spend time with people that you care about because being around that community fills you up and it strengthens that anchor. And the last one's training. You need to train. The human body has been built magnificently, fearfully, wonderfully, in a way that we are able to overcome. Look around with all the things that human beings can achieve. It will blow your mind. Someone just ran a half marathon in 56 minutes. I came across someone who just ran for 4 days and 693 kilometers. There are people that swim 10, 20 kilometers. There is these physical physical achievements that are happening every single day, jumping out of planes and going to space, if it's real, like all these things that they put their body through. It's the same body you have. They've just put it through a different way growing up. But you have this ability to do physical things that you probably don't even understand. And by doing that, you'll increase that anchor. Why? There's this old saying, if you want to meet the devil, have white space in your calendar, right? So your calendar, don't stay busy. So those things where you're twiddling your thumbs, right, where you have nothing to do, the devil can come and attack you, right? And I get that. I understand why, because if you're busy spending time with God, right, filling up your day, spending time with God in prayer, in worship, and then you're busy filling up your day with your family and your friends, right? You know, in that community, and you're busy training, and then you're going to be exhausted by the end of the day. You're going to go to sleep. There's almost no time for the devil to try and intervene in your life. Once again, you're anchored. You are strong and anchor with your faith. It is important that you have your anchors in life. They're very similar to mine, I'm guessing. There'll be other anchors, I'm sure. But if you have anchors, spend time in them. The majority of your time should be in those anchors. Obviously, there's business and there's work, right? You can't take away from that. But business and work, if you think about those three things that I talked about, they're far more important. Seeking a relationship with your Creator, God, seeking a relationship that's intimate with your family, and treating your body as a temple and getting it to achieve the most amazing potential that it's been built and created to do. Work comes 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. I came across a saying from Dan Romer, and he said that money is the lowest form of blessing. Sit with that. Money, or the culmination of money, or the blessing of money, is the lowest form of blessing. And if that doesn't sit well with you, well, it's to each their own. Find your anchors. They're so important.
Nothing can be gained without losing. Even heaven demands death. Because everything that becomes you comes at the cost of something you used to be. You don't grow by adding. You grow by letting go. Old habits, old versions of yourself,